Greetings, my friends. I want to thank you all for subscribing. I want to thank all of my channel members for supporting me in this endeavor to save pop culture. And if you are not subscribed, please consider supporting this channel. We need you. Thank you. Greetings, my friends. I am Dictor Van Doomcock, the future ruler of Earth, and I am here today to give you an extensive update on what's allegedly going on behind the scenes on Indiana Jones 5, The Dial of Destiny. There's been very little information slipping out of Lucasfilm in the last few months, but my Hollywood spies have been biding their time, patiently waiting for updates, and now thanks to some Bothan spies behind the magic curtain, we have multiple updates in the last week through my Hollywood spies, including one suspect update from a walk-in source who contacted me during Friday Night Frolics and then subsequently sent me some detailed information on one particular reshot scene. And finally, mere hours before the recording of this video, I received an update on a meeting that allegedly happened between Kennedy and Iger in which Indy 5 was discussed. I believe that more things were discussed in this meeting, but so far, only this bit of info has become known to me, mainly because, I am told, Kennedy was bitching about it afterwards and it spread throughout Lucasfilm. Folks, what you're about to hear is all tentatively good news, because it appears that in getting the word out about the worst parts of Indy 5, including the ending where Indiana Jones not only dies, but is actually erased in time and replaced by Phoebe Waller-Bridge, who becomes Indy, we forced Disney's hand, made them back away from that disaster, and even now they're working hard to fix this thing as best as they can, including some good news about the alleged Indiana Jones TV show on Disney+.
From what you have said, that Indiana Jones TV show is going to have Phoebe Waller-Bridge having adventures as Indiana Jones, a fever dream of Kennedy's that would have represented the crowning achievement in her seeming desire to erase George Lucas. Yes, everyone was concerned about Indiana Jones being erased from history, but even more pernicious is the highly visible attempt to erase George Lucas from history. Star Wars damaged to the point where fan enthusiasm is flagging and the fan base is dying out. Willow has been pruned, if not chopped down entirely, and with this Dial of Destiny crap, she was trying to shove Indy's whip right up where the rainbow shines, if you know what I mean. Are you telling us, Doomcock, that this attempt has been thwarted?
I can't say with certainty that the attempt to destroy Indiana Jones has ultimately been thwarted, Skull of Calderon, though I suspect this may be the case. Rather, I do believe that we have dodged the bullet on the worst of it, and in one sense, I can confirm a very important victory for Indy. On CBR.com, an article appeared titled "Rumor: Indiana Jones Show Cancelled as Lucasfilm Reportedly Dials Back Non-Star Wars Content." And in that article, they cite a tweet by industry insider Jeff Snyder, quote, "Lucasfilm has reportedly pulled the plug on its planned Indiana Jones series for Disney Plus at the direction of the Walt Disney Company itself." According to trusted industry insider Jeff Snyder of Above the Line and The Hot Mic, Lucasfilm's Indiana Jones series is no longer moving forward at Disney Plus. What's more, Snyder has received word that Disney has told Lucasfilm to focus on its Star Wars projects for the time being. This would not only explain the axing of the Indiana Jones show, but also the so-called cancellation of Lucasfilm's Disney Plus series Willow after a single season, unquote. Folks, this didn't surprise me in the slightest. I've done multiple videos about the state of upheaval and emergency at Disney, as every project is being reviewed and many canceled, in an effort to boost Disney's profitability and stop their downward slide into the woke abyss. Given how fraught Indy 5 has been, there must be grave doubts as to whether it will succeed at the box office, and in light of all that uncertainty, it's understandable, even inevitable, that in trying to cut $3 billion from content creation at Disney, they wouldn't want to gamble on creating this particular content. This development confirms a lot of what I've been saying about the tumult at Disney, and so for the time being, we dodged a major bullet here, it seems to me. Now that said, what's going on with Indiana Jones 5, The Dial of Destiny? At this point, I must state that what I'm about to tell you is information provided to me and to my Hollywood spies by sources claiming knowledge of the situation with Indiana Jones 5, but since I cannot personally confirm this information, I am presenting it as unverified rumor, and I ask you to please take it with a grain of salt. So here's a major update from my spies that I received on or about March 23rd. Quote, our source has this update. Quote, I apologize for not getting this to you sooner, but I have to be careful. The end of this movie has completely been reshot. All major cast members were on set for about 2 weeks. Ford was there for 4 weeks and is continuing to be on call. Antonio is also on standby, along with other cast members. This movie is going to possibly be the biggest mess ever. The CGI is horrible. Most of the CGI crew walked last week, unquote. At this point, the source explains his or her level of experience in film production, which is not inconsiderable, and then states regarding this production, quote, I never, ever have seen anything like this. It's pure chaos. They are trying so hard to make this without it being leaked. It's just confusing. There's a special group that has been working after hours to watch dailies and other stuff. The green screen is so overused, I still don't know who the stunt actor in the suit is supposed to be. Word on the set has it as young Indy, but I'm not 100% sure, unquote.
Wait, what does that mean exactly?
It means they're shooting a ton of green screen stuff with a guy in a motion capture suit, but no one is sure what character will be inserted into this footage. Maybe young Indy, maybe someone else. The source continues, quote, according to multiple people, this movie is $150 million over budget. They are supposed to be done with this in a few more weeks. It's possible the movie will be finished just before they put it in theaters. I'm talking just a few weeks, which means no time for screening. I'm sure Bob Iger may have a screener, but not a public one, unquote. A few days after I received this update, I got another one from this same source on March 26th. Quote, according to our spy, they are set to wrap up this week or early next week. Our spy says they've been desperately editing the new footage into the new cut as it rolled in from the set. Quote, if they are lucky, they may be finished about 2 to 3 weeks before the premiere date. Personally, I cannot wait to see this train wreck, unquote.
Oh dear, oh dear. Hey, if Indy isn't erased and doesn't die, it's a win. We expect the movie to suck. That's not the issue, so this is all good news. But what about Kennedy, man? You mentioned Kennedy, right?
Indeed I did, Harvey Cthulhu. This is brand new info, my friends. Mere hours ago, as I record this video, I received this update from my Hollywood spies about an alleged meeting that happened between Kennedy and Iger. Kennedy was allegedly summoned to Iger's office, and many things were discussed with, shall we say, elevated candor. Here's what I was told, quote, so we've been told Bob Iger and KK had a face-to-face. While this meeting was just between these two, allegedly, she was running her mouth on what he had to say to her. Before we get into details, we haven't had any time to verify anything, so this is unverified. Iger told Kennedy, Indy 5 has got to make money. It can't break even or do okay. It must do over $900 million. Word has it, with all the mistakes, the lawsuit, Mando, and other headaches, KK is on very thin ice. We have multiple verifications that Indy 5 is in the cutting room and Lucasfilm is racing to get it done on time. Allegedly, KK wants to push the movie back again, and Bob Iger would not let her have the delay. Unquote.
If Kennedy is already heading out the door shortly, what does she care if Indy 5 doesn't make a profit? Iger has nothing to threaten her with now, does he?
Oh, he does, Skull of Calderon. Her bonus, which she apparently cares a great deal about, and allegedly she's been trying to engineer a deal where she steps down but is guaranteed up to 4 executive producer credits on upcoming films, just to keep her name out there and shore up her legacy, and of course to funnel more money into her bank account. So yeah, Iger still has plenty of teeth to bear, and apparently he bared them to Kennedy enough that she's been griping about it after the meeting. Man, I tell you, Kennedy is the headache that keeps on giving. And now, regarding that walk-in source, here's what I was told. Although I always say, with walk-in sources, you have to take them with an extra grain or two of salt, since such updates from walk-ins can be disinformation or straight-up hoaxes. I received this info on March 4th from this individual, quote, "I am currently an employee at Lucasfilm and can confirm that Harrison Ford is currently refilming his Indiana Jones 5 death scene. The sequence in question as it was. Wounded Indy and Helena leap from the plane, as seen in the trailer, and originally Indy does not get up again from the fall. Helena places his hat over his face. Refilming sequence, Indy survives the fall, shaken and weary, but does not die. It is actually Helena who is injured in the fall, sustaining a broken leg. Indy picks her up and carries her to safety. If you look closely in the Super Bowl teaser clip, we can see that Indy has sustained a bloody gunshot wound in his chest area. This and the fall from the plane contributed to his intended demise. Thank goodness they have altered this. Thank you, and keep up the good work." Unquote. And there you have it, my friends. Indy 5 has been a millstone around Disney's neck for years now, and as Mangold and company struggle mightily with reshoots and re-edits to cobble together something that won't make audience members' heads melt, like in Halloween 3's Season of the Witch, Disney is praying that this production will buck the current trend of abject failure and by some miracle actually make money. My advice, don't hold your breath. From the center of the earth, this is Dictor Van Doomcock bidding you all, my friends, stay angry. Ha 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 ha